evening, everyone. A very warm welcome on behalf of Cell for Persons with Disability and Elderly Persons of Asutosh College. A very special welcome to our esteemed speaker today, Mr. Sayomdeb Mukherjee, manager at Enable India, Bangalore. I'm sure at the end of his talk, we will all be not only enriched, but at the same time deeply inspired. I now invite Dr. Monorama Chatterjee, Associate Professor, Department of Physics of Asutosh College, as well as the senior-most faculty member of our cell, to say a few words about the cell itself. Dr. Chatterjee, please.
Thank you, Subhasri. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, Subhasri, for giving me this opportunity to introduce the PWD cell of our college. Before introducing the cell, I want to say something that Asutosh College has a long history to help in studies of our students who have long back in 90s when I have joined this college, I have seen that visually challenged students are studying in this college, and our library has a big stock of braille books. To read writer in the time of examination are readily available for them. Moreover, staff, students, faculty members were always very helpful to them. So a friendly environment for specially able students were already existing in this college with an objective to help them to attain overall development, to impart quality education, to make them self-reliant, and to integrate them in regular college education and enable them to cope with standard curricula. In 1995, Government of India has amended Disability Act, and according to this act, differentially able persons should have access to education at all levels. And UGC, according in this guide connection, has instructed different colleges in 2019 that every college should have a PWD cell to help these students. And they have also framed some guidelines. And according to our guidelines, in January 2022, Asutosh College formed cells as follows. The main objective of these cells are provide guidance and counseling to differently able students, create awareness about the needs of differently able persons, and other general issues concerning their life. Remove architectural barriers to make special arrangements to facilitate the mobility and independent functioning of students with special needs. To provide special devices that help them in learning experiences. In this regard, I must mention that some efforts and initiatives have been taken in our college according to UGC guidelines. According to the government norms, there are 3% reservation in admission for disabled students. In practice, all PhD candidates having 40% or more of disability are getting offered to different admissions in the general course and for honors course norms. Tuition fees, registration fees, examinations fees are also waived for these students. Differentially able students are assisted with free studentship, scholarships, and installment facilities. Also, we have wheelchairs for their use, and they can also use our college elevators. Special chairs and tools are made available on a need basis in the classroom and laboratories for these students. There are ramps in. Also, we are planning to prepare ramp in our old main building also. The main entrance and exits are clearly identifiable and easily accessible, and it can be accommodated with wheelchairs also. The college has proper display boards, sign boards to enable students to access the area of the necessity with each case. We have toilets which are friendly for specially able students. The college library for helping the visually challenged braille-enabled books based on the requirement set provided by the students. The Braille Corner at Reading Room contains more than 200 volumes of Braille books covering different subjects, and nearly 50 audiobooks are available in the said corner. Besides, numerous audiobooks are also accessible in enlist facility. During examination, some students feel difficulty to take examination and need scribes with them. The college provides or allows the students to take the help of the scribes in the examination as per government rules. The teachers of the college ensure that PH students feel that they are absolutely at a part of the education system. The class representatives also take care of the PH students, escort them to their classes, and help them in their studies. A medical room is available with on-duty nurse for medical support as and when required. A physiotherapy unit is available to provide mental support to the students when required. PWD cells regularly organizes seminars, workshops, etc. for general awareness. I must mention a few. PWD cells has organized on 4th March of this year a sensitization awareness program on hearing impairments in a collaboration with Onnisha, Kolkata. On 28th August, our students participated on a work celebrating cause of Paralympics and disability sports organized by Civilian Welfare Foundation. Although Asutosh College has already implemented a number of measures to create an inclusive environment, we are constantly serving to better ourselves and create a barrier-free learning setup. The pandemic has severely hampered the execution of several proposed schemes, but with the return of normality, we look forward to successful implementation of our plans. Our future plans would include introducing job-oriented course for specially able children, sensitization workshop for faculty members and students, further revamp our existing infrastructure. We believe that our PW cell will be able to promote and uphold the human rights of people with disability, empowering them to make decisions affecting their lives, honoring and valuing the life experienced by them, promoting inclusiveness and accessibility by identifying and addressing barriers. In today's seminars, from our distinguished speaker, we will know his encouraging life to conquer all barriers of disability and live a meaningful, happy life. I think this will boost our PWD cell to go forward to meet this goal. Thank you all.
Thank you, Monoramadi, for that lovely introduction of our cell. I now invite Dr. Shupatra Sen, Associate Professor and Head Department of Botany, as well as the Joint Convener of our cell, to introduce our esteemed speaker of today.
Good morning and welcome to this national webinar. We have a very special speaker, Mr. Sayomdeb Mukherjee, who very lovingly I call Den, or rather he's very popular as RJ Den. It's very ironical that till the age of 25, he could not speak properly. He had several problems with respect to his health because he was suffering from a rare genetic disorder. Having a doctor father helped him, and Mr. Sayomdeb Mukherjee, who is now no more, helped Den to overcome certain obstacles. It was found that he was suffering from a rare genetic disorder which did not allow his system to synthesize dopamine. Now, after that, he continued. After the age of 25, he began his life extraordinary. He completed his formal education in English literature. He took up the job of a radio jockey. He was also attached to Indian Institute of Cerebral Palsy. He has traveled worldwide. He has written books. He's a lover of mountains, and he's a social activist as far as the disability sector or the people with, the differently abled people are concerned. he is extremely vocal to their causes. So, what better than to begin this webinar with his inspiring talk? Welcome, Mr. Mukherjee. It seems, awkward that I call you Mr. Mukherjee at this point, but a hearty welcome. You are now based in Bangalore as senior manager. It will be wonderful to hear from you. A hearty welcome, Tim.
Thank you, Dr. Sen, and thank you, everybody. It is an absolute honor for me to talk in this national webinar. And Asutosh College has its own legacy. And having this disability cell in Asutosh College is a real important aspect, because kind of work that is needed for the people with disabilities uh, to get empowered in their life and livelihoods has to start from education. Let me begin my talk by giving an introduction to Enable India. Enable India is an organization which has a thought tagline of economic empowerment and dignity for people with disability. Why economic empowerment and dignity are related to each other? That's a question that we need to answer. So you need to understand that when the person with disabilities who are deprived of aspirations, who are deprived of opportunities, growth, jobs, brings that first paycheck to contribute actively in the development of the economy of the country, that makes them active citizens of the country, because with the help of economic empowerment, contributing towards the economy begins. And in a social life also, the change automatically happens, because when you are earning, that is a time when you have a status in our society. It is a fact. We cannot disagree to this, that material life is essentially the inspiration for social status, unfortunately. But this is the way that it goes on. This is the way that we see this. This is the way that it has happened for time immemorial. So, why Enable India? Enable India is one of the pioneering organization in this aspect, where we started our journey in 1999. And starting our journey in 1999, we were trying to help people with disabilities. Our founder, Ms. Shanti Raghavan, and our co-founder, Mr. Dipesh Sutaria, started this organization with the vision that, okay, education, rehabilitation, everything happens, but nobody thinks about the ultimate economic empowerment of people with disabilities, and especially in the corporate sector, in the companies. So in that situation, they gradually started to give training for employability and domain training on various jobs for people with disabilities. This gradually started to open up jobs. They gradually started to include the companies to hire people with disabilities, but with merit, with quality. The point is, there is no place in this world where merit can be demerified or merit can be overlooked. So the vision is that hire a person with disabilities with the same quality of work. And therefore, till now, in last 23 or 24 years of our journey, we have placed in Enable India, we have placed almost more than 60,000 people in various companies and touched many other lives. And therefore, economic empowerment to these people not only helped these people, but it also helped the family to become more affluent of resources. Coming to my life, in this segment, I would like to talk about how I started my life. As Dr. Sen told that I had been a non-speaking person, yes, for 25 years of my life. During that time, I used a software which was being used by Professor Stephen Hawking to communicate, because communication is elementary for people with disabilities or anybody to help ourselves to make people understand about our thought, about our feelings. Therefore, gradually we need to understand that providing opportunities to communicate actually helps people. I was not even a class 10 pass during that time. Despite of that, in the course of B.Ed in Special Education, recognized by Jadavpur University and held at Indian Institute of Cerebral Palsy, I had been a faculty. And my life charted during that time when I could not speak. But gradually, my life turned into a tremendous, unpredictable, stormy, changed aspect. Because when you have a path, you have a pattern to lead your life, and you need to come out of that pattern and move to a new level with your life. During that time, you have to have a tremendous sense of coming out of the comfort zone time and time again. And when you are coming out of the comfort zone, the first time by becoming a speaking person after being a non speaking person for 25 years of my life, I got grossly misunderstood because when a person starts saying no or puts the thought that he has or she has in a proper manner, that is a time when people starts having issues with the freshness of the new aspect of the personality. Thereafter, I started my formal education because my joint family, my uncle, my aunt, my parents, everybody wanted me to become a certificate holders and complete my formal education. Therefore, I started my formal education. I did my class 10 when I was 27 years old. When I was 29, I completed my class 12. Then, when I was kind of 33, I could complete my graduations. But all this 5 years or 6 years time throughout, I wanted to earn my livelihood. I started with a group which wanted to make a NGO. We formulated an NGO called Acha, which wanted to, which had a vision of having a constructive leisure time for people with disabilities. And after that, the way of life took me to a new level when I got an opportunity to work for a renowned radio station in Kolkata. There I did 822 shows. And doing those 822 shows, I took it as a challenge that with the help of God, I will not give any repetition of content. And all the content must be new to the listeners because I am accountable to the listeners to give something new every day, every morning when they wake up. That target I could complete. Then I acted in a movie. Acting in a movie means that I got an opportunity to act in a movie in English part, which is recognized in Hollywood. It is released in USA and available in Apple stores as an OTT platform. So that movie name is One Little Finger. And when I acted, I never ever thought that I would be able to get a Best Actor award in any form because acting was though my passion, but acting has never thought, or people never think that a person like me would get that kind of an opportunity to move to the next level or do anything to do with prizes as an actor on a wheelchair. In Cincinnati Film Festival, I got the Best Actor award, and from 2013, I wanted to join Enable India. And after joining Enable India, I realized the importance of having to develop yourself as a person. First thing that I came to know about this place is the openness and the open thought of this beautiful place. 46% of our total staff force is persons with disabilities. And every time that I look back at my life, the journey that I had or have or will have motivates me to move to the next level all the time. The elementary knowledge about assistive solutions was understood by me when I realized that I use lots of solutions to lead my daily life. At the end of my speech, you would be able to see a video that would be played for you guys so that you can see my life that I lead in Bangalore. How I wake up, how I move, how I go around my life. That is very important. So, telling all about this, I would like to complete and end my speech. And I would like to request the program admin to switch on the video so that you can see the video and you can understand the life that I lead in this particular place with dignity and honor. Thanks to Enable India, thanks to all of you, thanks to my joint family, thanks to my parents, thanks to Asutosh College, and I'm really looking forward that we can work very closely with Asutosh College's The Cell, where we are having this program, because after education, the employment is the next step for any person with disabilities to take. And if you want any kind of collaboration support, please please feel free to write to me so that I can get in touch with the appropriate authority in our office. Thank you. Can you please switch on the video? And hereby I end my speech.
Then there might be a couple of questions for you.
Okay. Okay.
So after the video, there might be a couple of questions. So just be online.
Sure,
Thank you so
sure.
much.
I'll be online. I am done. You are going to watch some solutions that elements me. I can't wake up on my own due to the medicine that I take. My caregiver is to wake me up every morning. I take his help to transfer myself on the wheelchair. And then, once again, I change from my wheelchair to a garden chair because often I find that the wheelchairs are uncomfortable. I am unable to use my hands to comb my hair. Solution is to request my caregiver to comb the hair in the morning. My caregiver, who is a human solution, will also give me the medicine in the morning. My muscle aches in the morning. That's why I won't be able to hold the glass of water. I cannot move my hands. That is why I use an electric brush to brush my teeth. This is the most innovative solution for me. To ring my mouth, I will use a bowl and a glass of water. The water would be poured inside my mouth and I will ring. My caregiver is an extension of my body because without the human support, it would be very difficult for me to survive. Due to the muscle wastage and my deformities of my joint, I do not have enough power or accuracy in my hands to put food inside my mouth. I have to use both of my hands to successfully put the food inside my mouth and hold the cup of coffee. Dragon Natural Speaker. I am a person with disability due to a particular genetic disorder. I cannot use or do many things on my own. Full stop. In the morning, if someone does not call me, I cannot wake up. I also use an electric brush to brush my teeth. To help me with the trousers, my caregiver has to help me or guide my leg inside it. This is due to the fact that my legs also have deformities. I have to wear a shoe which is over the ankle, and because I use my legs to walk with my wheelchair, my shoes has to be tied up properly. I use two wheelchairs because just the way that we wear a slipper at home and change into a shoe to go outside to keep the infection out of home, the same logic goes with my wheelchair. My deformities of my wrist does not allow me to use my hands to roll my wheelchair. The solution that I discovered in the year of 2007 is to use my legs to pull the wheelchair just the way that I should walk with it. I will not be able to use both of my hands together. That is why I told the shopkeeper to hold the packet while I take the change. I like to walk in the evening time and go to the market to get something that I would like to take with my dinner. To negate the factor of accident, pull the wheelchair back to cross the barrier. To have a bath, I use a chair as I cannot stand. So the plate is here. You may ask why there are two spoons in it, right? I have two spoons because I have difficulty in taking the food up with one spoon. And that's why what I do is to provide a wall support like this using this spoon. This is better now, and I put inside my mouth. These are the solutions that I use to overcome my inabilities. Yes, any question that you have, I can answer them. Overshot at the time. Yeah.
Okay. Do we have some questions?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
I have a question. May I
Yes.
ask?
Yeah.
Yes,
ma'am.
no.
Yes. First of all, thanks to the cell for arranging this webinar, and thank you very much, Mr. Mukherjee, for not only speaking to us but also sharing your life through this video clip.
Thank you.
I have no words. I have no words to say what I am right now feeling, but I think it is truly inspirational. I
Thank
just
you.
wanted to ask something.
Yes.
Which is because we will never be able to ever fully understand the kind of life the people who are differently abled lead or are forced to lead. What I want to ask is whether what you said, economic empowerment, finding employment, employability, which your organization is working for, is that more difficult or not difficult exactly, but what is more challenging, finding employability, or is it coming to terms with one's own so-called disability, accepting it?
That is two phases of life. You cannot kind of interchange the two or overlap the two. The thing is that when you are getting aware of yourself when you are kind of 10, 11, 12 years old, at that point of time, you need to understand that you have certain amount of disability. And that disability understanding helps you to go into the depression to start with. And then after that, you can accept your disability as and when you are accepting it. Because unless you accept your disability, you won't be able to move to the next level of life. So that is something that we call accepting the disability. And for accepting disability, you need a proper surrounding, proper kind of proper place, proper exposure to various things. And then after that, the next level is the work area. Yes, it is difficult for us to find a work area, but what I have realized after kind of working in various sectors, that is in southern part of India, the awareness about disability is much more, and that awareness helps us to find jobs for people with disabilities. Okay, so in there are more corporates, there are more awareness, there are more exposures. That's why jobs are more accessible for people with disabilities, and people with disabilities are more accepted in this part of the world, in India. I hope I have understand. I have answered your questions.
Yes, Mr. Mukherjee, thank you so much. Thank you once again for speaking to us.
Thank you, madam. Do we have any other questions from the audience?
May I ask a question?
Yes, madam, please.
Dr. Mr. Mukherjee, if a person with a disability approaches Enable India, will they provide, after judging the person's disability, what kind of training he requires to get a job? Because that's
we have employability training to begin with, and thereafter that we can have a domain training if a company approaches us. Previously, what used to happen, we used to go to the companies. Now companies comes to us that we want to hire so many disabled people. So in that situation, we try to understand what the job profile is about, and then we try to give out domain-based training. But the main thing is employability, developing the employability quotient of the person. Because of lack of exposure, people with disabilities may not get that understanding that how to continue in a job situation, how to develop your professional aspects of life. So this is what we work with. And yes, anytime, anyway, kind of anyone can approach Enable India. But collaborating we collaborate with various colleges and universities. So the disability cells, and if it is collaborated, then it would be more of a structured way of working, and that would help both the sides to develop a partnership together.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Then I have a question.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, madam. Yes.
Actually, I know personally, but as an academic institution, would you just tell us the role of your teachers in your life, helping you become what you are today?
Yeah, teachers are very important. Teachers, mentors, life coaches are very important, because when we get into the first level of education, the teacher actually bridge the gap to understand what you are, what your abilities are. And therefore, the work that the teachers put in is very, very important. Because when I was a kid, I was suffering from tremendous amount of depression. And there was a teacher for me who had been Jhanna auntie, kind of when I was 10, 11 years old. That person helped me to understand. One more teacher I would like to call out is Miss Maya Ghosh, who taught me the basic of English and innovation while teaching, or basic of innovation understanding. Because her teaching methods were so innovative, because I could not speak. That's what I realized, that innovation is so important in life. Now I realize how my auntie on spot innovated certain things too, so that I can learn the basic of English grammar. Then the best teacher that I had in Kolkata was Dr. Sudha Kaul. She actually gave the opportunities to me, which were the stepping stones in life to reach this particular area. And Dr. Sudha Kaul was the founder of Indian Institute of Cerebral Palsy actually had made the person in me to come out of the comfort zone, work, regardless of whatever your disability is, how you are. You need to understand that you are a contributor. You are a true contributor. So these are the things that has helped me. These are the people who have helped me. Now in Enable India, I have got a wonderful managers, wonderful mentors. So this is something which has helped me to work, function, and develop.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr.
Okay, do we have any other questions from anybody? Okay, maybe not. Then maybe we can thank the speaker again. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So
Thank you so much.
Okay, Omtika, maybe you can the vote of thanks. Okay.
Yes,
Can I leave? I have another meeting to join in.
Yes, yes. I
Okay,
think
thank
so.
you.
just 2 more minutes, sir. So it's an
Okay.
honor for me to get the opportunity to
Okay.
thank all the dignitaries, and I extend my gratitude to our honorable speaker, Sayomdeb Mukherjee, to take out time from his busy schedule to join with us and share so many things, his journey, his daily life. Then about awareness on employability of PWD peoples. Such an inspiring talk, sir. Even he extended out collaboration and helping hands for the PWD students of Asutosh College. Then a special thanks to our principal, sir, Dr. Manush Kobi, for giving us the necessary support, to our vice principal, sir, Mr. Apurvo, IQAC coordinator, Dr. Sriporna Dattore, madam, TC Council Secretary, Dr. Rinar Kaur Datto, madam, and of course, our beloved conveners, Dr. Shupatra Shin and Shubhashri Ghosh, madam, and to all members of PWD cell, Asutosh College, to organize such an inspiring talk. Towards the end, I must thank the organizing team of IT department, Asutosh College, for all the necessary technical support to organize the event. And I finally thank to all the participants who joined with us to make this webinar a great success. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. And it has been a wonderful experience for me to be in touch with Kolkata by this webinar. Thank you so much.